Guests, dear colleagues, we are very pleased to welcome you to a new project of the Institute for Advanced Studies in Levant Culture and Civilization, the lecture series, The Culture of Law in the History of Levant and the Middle East. An Institute of Advanced Studies has the mission to look for solutions to the current issues of societies, and these solutions can be identified by knowing the history of the world, with all its aspects of culture and civilization. The history of legal texts from the Levant and the Middle East needs to be brought back to the attention of the academic world, because this can be used to find answers to conflicts between states or communities. We all know how many destructions of cultural and archaeological heritage have occurred following military conflicts during history, which represent a tragedy for world culture. There is no longer any need to discuss cases like Syria or other states in the Middle East, because we have seen even at the European borders how material heritage falls prey to conflicts and military aggressions. Our conference series aims at academic debates about the history of legal texts and historical materials of great importance for the humanities and administrative sciences, which attest the stages of evolution of communities over time and how these communities have overcome conflicts through legal practice. The conference project aims to discuss several forms of law, starting from the legal codes in the Levant and Mesopotamia and up to the Byzantine reforms and legal practices of the post-medieval period, the post-war treatises of the Ottoman period, often embodied in treatises of international law, and the various legislative acts and principles that govern the religious communities, Christian, Jewish, or Islamic, and which often have a universal character for the communities in the Levant, but also outside of this area. A special emphasis will be placed on the evolution from one era to another of the tools for maintaining regional peace in international law from prehistory to modernity in the Levant, but also on the general practice of the principles of law at a local or global level. When we talk about the cases of the Levant, we must know that in this space divided today into 27 states, there is an environment conducive to the development of legal sciences, which was the basis for the coexistence of various civilizations and empires: Assyrian, Babylonian, Persian, Byzantine, Ottoman empires with their culture, traditions, and social norms. The approach perspective will be based on the concept of cultural diplomacy and will interweave history with the present context to offer perspectives and solutions to current developments in this region and in other where conflicts still smolder. We hope that through this conference series project, we will learn from the facts of the past and that we will find and capitalize on appropriate ways of action that can be transferred and continued in future cultures for more peace and understanding. The first speaker in this series of conferences is Profesor Emilia Justyna Powell from University of Notre Dame. Before introducing our today's speaker, I will give the floor to the President of the Scientific Council of the Institute for Advanced Studies in Levant Culture and Civilization, Professor Emilia Justyna Powell, for a short introductory foray into the lecture series scope.